If I had to start my weight loss journey all over again today, here are the top 5 things that I would do.
I trust in you, I trust in you, you set my pride.
What's up, Vibers? If you're new here, my name is Jamie, and this is Amazing Vibes. And on this channel, we talk about inspiration, beauty, and lifestyle. As stated in my previous video, I am on a weight loss journey, and so I'm doing a weight loss series, and I'm going to create a weight loss playlist for you guys that will be at the end of this video on my end screen. Today's video will be the second video in that series, and we will be talking about the things that you need to do to get started on your weight loss journey. I have created a compilation of TikTok videos that will discuss some of the things, and then I will come back at the end for my commentary.
If I had to start my weight loss journey all over again today, here are the top 5 things that I would do. And before I go into details, just know I've lost over 220 pounds. So if anybody can give real advice, it'll be me. Number one, determine your coverage. Before anything else, I will call my insurance and I would ask, what weight loss medications are covered? Is bariatric surgery covered? Are nutritionists and therapists covered? And are physical therapy visits covered? Stop assuming you can't afford it before you even make the call. Make the call. Number two, make an appointment with my primary care doctor. Now that I know what's covered, I'm going to my doctor and together we're determining what is a healthy weight for my age and height, how much weight do I need to lose, and what does my current health look like. Your primary care doctor is the gateway to everything. Number four, fix my environment. Before I even started losing weight, I made my house a home. And what I mean by that is I created an environment that supported the version of me I was trying to become. I organized my space, I decluttered, I created routines because a chaotic house will create a chaotic mind. And when your mind is overwhelmed, you reach for comfort. And a lot of us, that comfort is food. It wasn't just my house, it was also my circle. I had to really look at who I was hanging around because a lot of my friendships and family gatherings revolved around food and drinking. And if you're serious about losing weight, you have to consider that. You don't necessarily have to cut people off, but you do have to be honest about what environments trigger you. Number five, I would focus strictly on my diet. Losing weight is 80% diet and 20% exercise. So, no, you do not need to run to the gym immediately. Your mental and your diet matters way more. Say this and get serious. Stop playing with your goals. Stop playing with your health. Nobody is coming to do this for you, sis or bro. Build the team, create the structure, and commit. Because if I can lose over 220 pounds, so can you.
If you're trying to burn fat, you need to eat chicken, turkey, eggs, and fish. For veggies, you need to have broccoli, peppers, and spinach, non-starchy veggies. Fruits need to consist of berries, apples, and oranges, low in sugar, high volume. Carbs, you need to have sweet potatoes, rice. Healthy fats need to consist of avocado, nuts, olive oil. Good, healthy fats provide you good energy. If you want more fat loss tips, comment the strong emojis below. I'll drop some more.
So I've lost 100 pounds naturally, and I want to share with you a quote that has kept me on track with my meals, my workouts, just my overall goals in general. And that's eat for the body you want and not for the body you have. You may not want to meal prep, or you may not want to go to the gym or hop on the treadmill for extra steps, but your future dream body is going to be meal prepping, is going to be walking, is going to be active in general. So implementing good habits right now is so important, is so important. And I wish back then that I knew this is what it's going to take. When I did weigh more, I just felt lost, like I didn't really know what to do. I wasn't implementing good habits, and I wish that I would have done that. So this is a friendly reminder. Do what you got to do for the body you want in the future.
Here's how you're gonna start losing weight. Wake up, chug a ton of water. It's summer now, so you're gonna step outside. Take in that sunshine. Go for a walk, even if it's 5 minutes. You're gonna come back inside, make yourself some eggs with avocado, cucumber, tomato, whatever you want. For work or school, you're gonna pack yourself a lunch. Make yourself something the night before or that morning if you have time. Make a quick sandwich or wrap with turkey, ham, cheese, whatever, and some vegetables on the side or in the wrap. If you're hungry at work or at school, get a protein shake. Make one at home and bring it with you. Making food at home literally takes like 2 to 5 minutes. It doesn't take that long. Just be prepared. If you need recipes, I have a lot linked in my bio that are quick, easy, and healthy for college students. Okay, you're gonna go about your day. If you're feeling hungry, Drink some water, some sparkling water. Make sure to include volume in your meals, especially dinner. Have a fat salad, load up on that protein, and stay active throughout the day.
Okay, I just saw this girl who said that if you really want to lose some weight, you need to start with 3 healthy habits. 1, start cooking at home. If you want a burger, make it at home. If you want tacos, make it at home. If you want hot wings, air fry them at home. The second thing she said is to strive to go for a 30-minute walk every day. You can break it up, 15 in the morning, 15 at night, or 30 all at once. Eventually, the goal is to get to 45 to 60, but just start with 30 minutes. Third, she said grab a set of dumbbells, anywhere between 10 and 15 pounds. Find a YouTube video or something and do 4 exercises. She says it doesn't really matter which exercises, just do 4 sets of 4. She says start with that. So what do y'all think about that? Does that sound realistic for a beginner? Because I think I can do it.
If you're a woman and you're looking to lose body fat and build muscle, here's what your meal should look like for breakfast, lunch and dinner. And as always, I would suggest grabbing a piece of paper because you might want to take some notes. So first on the menu, we've got breakfast. First option would be some oatmeal with a scoop of protein powder. Very simple. Or you could have 3 eggs with a slice of toast and a protein shake. Now for lunch and dinner, 150 grams of chicken breast, 200 grams of sweet potato and some veg. Or you could substitute the chicken breast for 3 chicken thighs, preferably with the skin off. Or you could substitute for some salmon or some steak. Now for the snacks, 250 grams of some 0% fat Greek yogurt with some fruit. And the fruit I would go for would either be strawberries, raspberries or blueberries because they're low in calories. And you could even add a scoop of protein powder to the yogurt too. Now this can be very subjective as everyone's calorie requirements and lifestyles are very different. Not everyone is the same, but these are just a few examples of meals that are going to help you to build lean muscle mass and help you lose body fat.
When it comes to your fitness journey, less is more. And I know that some people are like, yeah, go in the gym like 5-6 times a week. You got to eat super high protein. You got to make sure your calories are super low, and you got to be moving and grooving the whole 9 yards. That is not actually accurate. What you want to be able to do is consistent things for an extended period of time. So for example, simplify it. Have a step goal in mind. Have a good meal plan in mind. Have 2 options of those so you can go back and forth if you get a bit bored, and just repeat that consistently. Repetition provides reliable results. So you do not need to be doing the most to see results. You just need to be doing the basics really well.
If you want an above average physique, you have got to start doing above average actions. I know so many women that are like, I want my dream body, I want a fatty, I want a slim waist, I want to be in the best shape of my life. However, they're not willing to put in the work. For example, your fitness journey is going to come with sacrifices. You cannot have it all the time. For example, getting 10K steps every day. That takes effort to get up out of bed on a Sunday whenever you are resting. Whenever it comes to lifting and you had a long day at work, however, you understand that you need to lift at least 4 days out of the week, right? Whenever it comes to having all these social events and you understand, okay, I can't go to brunch and drink alcohol every single weekend because I have goals that I'm trying to accomplish. If you are not willing to prioritize yourself in your fitness journey, then you are not going to get those above average results. So stop expecting that if you're not willing to put the work in.
So I got on the scale this morning and I'm 159 pounds. And I used to be over 300 pounds. A lot of y'all don't know that, but I used to be over 300 pounds. I lived the first quarter of my life. We won't say first quarter, but a good amount of the first half of my life as a plus size girly. There was a lot of work that I've had to do, even getting to this point to where I am at and just happy with my body and weight. But the majority of that work had nothing to do with the food. A lot of why you guys struggle with your weight because you're not dealing with the emotional issues that are deep at the core. It's the same thing when we talk about trading. It's not because, oh, you know, I don't understand technical analysis. I don't understand supply and demand. It's not because of that. It is battling those inner things, the greed, the fears, the anxieties, you know, the things that you just have not addressed. That is what you're holding on to. That a lot of what weight is you holding on to things that you're just not willing to let go of. You're holding on to resentment. You're holding on to pain. All of these things you have to release in order to get the body of your dreams. So for anything, I honestly always recommend that people get some type of therapy or they really start doing some inner healing work to them lose weight. You can lose weight, but can you keep it off? Can you sustain it? I've kept off over 100 pounds at this point for over 10 years. And a doctor once told me that if you have the ability to do that, then you'll keep it off forever. It's the chance I forgot the percentage or likeliness of you keeping it off forever, but that's just the reality of it. The weight is not the food. The internal things that you refuse to address and deal with at the core.
Okay, so the first thing that you need to do before starting your weight loss journey is get your mind right. You have to get in your mind that this is going to be literally for the rest of your life. That is why it's called a lifestyle. If you eat healthy and work out only for 6 months to a year, and say you reach your dream body within that time because you don't have a whole lot of fat to lose, and then you go back to eating how you normally eat, then you're going to gain the weight back. So you have to do this for the rest of your life. Also, don't look at it as dieting. You're always on a diet. It just depends on if you're on a healthy diet or an unhealthy diet. A diet is just the way that you eat. So you can't just be like, oh, I'm dieting now. No, boo, you've always been dieting. You're just choosing to eat a healthy diet that's going to help you versus an unhealthy diet, which is going to end up hurting you in the long run. Another thing that you need to do when getting your mind right is work on mindset shifts by changing your identity. And you do this through speaking and thinking affirmations. Things like, I am disciplined, I am patient, I am healthy, I am consistent. You want to make those little changes in your mind and be consistent with that first and foremost, because your body follows your mind. If you don't have the correct mindset, you're never going to have the body of your dreams. So shift your identity, shift your focus to the type of character and identity that you want to have, how you would be if you were already that person, and then take those steps and make sure you follow through and be consistent with those, because when everything lines up, then you'll end up having the body of your dreams. Another thing that you need to do before starting your weight loss journey is find ways to make the journey sustainable by doing things that you love, eating the foods that you like to eat, but making them healthy, and doing workouts that you enjoy. If you don't do this, it's not going to be sustainable and you're never going to get your dream body. If you hate running, don't do hours and hours on running on end. It's not going to be sustainable. You're waking up, you're hating the process, you're feeling a whole bunch of pain, even though it's going to be painful, but don't focus on doing workouts that you hate, because you're not going to keep doing them. You may end up doing them in the beginning, but you're definitely going to fall off. So make sure that you do things that you love and you enjoy. For me, I love ice cream. I used to go to Dairy Queen at least once a week and get a Blizzard. But now I'm eating Yasso protein ice cream bars, and that helps not only knock the cravings out, but it also helps me reach my protein goals. I also like doing fun workouts like playing tennis, Pilates, doing Zumba because I like to dance. Those things are fun ways that get my body moving and help me be consistent on my journey, because again, I'm doing what I enjoy. I'm not going to do hours and hours of cardio in terms of running hours on end, because I don't like it and it's not going to be sustainable for me. I get tired very easily and I'm always extremely hungry afterwards. So that does not work for me. Instead of doing a lot of running, I like to walk. Again, I walk an hour a day between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning when it's not as hot outside. Another thing that you need to do before starting your weight loss journey is find ways to overcome obstacles. I'm a Black woman, obviously. So Black women, we don't like to get our hair wet. And I sweat extremely, extremely badly in my head. That's one reason why I locked my hair. Because I was tired of the excuse like, oh, I sweat belly in my hair. I don't want to sweat my relaxer out and this and that. Like, sweating is good. Sweating is how you get the toxins out. So we need to sweat. And since I've locked my hair, I've never looked back. Now, I didn't jump on the journey like I should have, but I'm here now. And me sweating in my head is no longer an issue. Your mind is going to find a way to create an obstacle because it's trying to protect you, because it sees the change as a threat. So whenever those obstacles come up, make sure you have a plan to overcome them. Also, remember your why, and this is really important. In my last video, I talked about creating a why. I shared what my whys were and how I used them as my motivators when motivation runs out, because motivation is good, but it's very temporary. So you always need to have your why and remember your why to keep you rooted on this journey. Another thing that you need to focus on before starting your weight loss journey is research. Research. This is very, very important because you need to know what to do. A lot of this is trial and error, but if you do your research first, it may cut down on a lot of time. You need to look at the body that you have now and then look at a body shape or size that you want to have in the future that will represent your dream body or your goal body. And then you need to figure out what you need to do to get your body from how it looks now to how you want it to look. For example, I'm technically obese, right? And I'm apple shaped, so I'm very top heavy. Well, I'm a black woman. We're expected to be bottom heavy, to have pear shapes. I don't have that. God did not bless me with that. That's not my genetics, and I cannot naturally change my bone structure or where I really naturally hold my fat. But recently, last year, I found out what body recomp is. And now what I can do is change the aesthetic of my body and make it look like it's pear shaped or hourglass shaped through weight training. And in body recomp and weight training, I have to make sure I'm hitting my protein goals. So I have to eat 1 gram of protein per my body goal weight. So right now, I think I'm about 222 pounds, but I want to get to 145 pounds. 145 pounds is my goal weight. So every day, I need to be eating 145 grams of protein. And that will help me with building muscle recovery, and transform my body and reach my goals. Another thing that you should look into is strategizing. So for example, if you're doing body recomp and you're doing weight training as well as cardio, you need to know, should you do cardio before or after you weight train to be able to reach your desired results? Also, protein stacking. Protein stacking is exactly what it sounds like. It's just stacking different forms of protein in one meal to help you to achieve your protein goals faster. So for example, I like to do like a yogurt bowl. So I'll take 140 grams of 0% Greek yogurt, and that gives me 18 grams of protein. Then I'll add in 30 more grams of protein by adding in my protein powder. So right there off the bat, I have 48 grams of protein. So all I have to do is subtract that from the 145 grams of protein. That leaves me with 97 more grams that I need to eat for the day. Well, that's my snack. So I've already should have hit at breakfast probably 48 grams, right? Because 97 divided by 2 is what, about another 48.5. So I should have 48 grams for breakfast and 48 for dinner. And to hit that last gram of protein, what I like to do is get maybe like half a tablespoon of peanut butter, and I mix that in as well. I always get the chocolate kind of protein powder, so I mix that with the peanut butter, and y'all, it is so good. I'll top it with granola and like some berries and some coconut flakes, and it is so good. And I even get a little bougie and put it in a cute little glass, and yeah, that's pretty much what I eat in a day for the most part. And what you want to do is be consistent and eat the same things over and over and over again. You can switch some things up because I can't eat the same thing over and over again all the time. But if you switch it up, make sure that it's still healthy and it's still high protein so it can help you reach your fitness goals. And the last thing you need to do before starting your weight loss journey is recalibrate your taste buds. And the way that I have done this is through fasting. This time, what I did was I just focused on water, eating watermelon, and eating salad. Now, I know it's an issue going on with parasites being in the food. So right now, I really would not recommend that. In, I think, 2019, what I did was I went on a 3-day fast. Again, like the disclaimer said in the beginning of this video, make sure you consult your doctor before doing that. But I went on a 3-day water fast. And y'all, let me tell you, when I started back eating food again and got into solid foods, I started with fruit and I started with a banana, just a regular banana. It was not overly ripe or anything like that, just a regular yellow banana. It tasted like I had dipped my finger in some honey. A banana is normally bland to me. And to a lot of people, that's why a lot of people don't like bananas, because they feel like they're not sweet enough. But they are sweet enough. We have just been so programmed and so used to eating so much sugar and processed foods that our taste buds are way, way off. But if you're recalibrating your taste buds by going on a fast, drinking nothing but water, and when this whole parasite thing is over, getting into eating watermelon since it's in season right now, eating your salads, and don't put a whole lot of seasoning on there, then your taste buds are going to automatically adjust to that. And if you were to try to start back eating like normal, like you normally did, then everything's going to be overly sweet and extra salty. So another way that you want to recalibrate your taste buds is just clean out your refrigerator and your pantry from all the junk food and all the bad, unhealthy food that you may have in there right now, and replace it with healthier versions. So if you have butter microwave popcorn, replace that with healthier popcorn, like sea salt popcorn. There's many brands that have that. I like the, I think it's called Lesser Evil. The Lesser Evil pink Himalayan sea salt popcorn. That is my absolute favorite popcorn. It is top tier, and it is the closest that will taste kind of sort of like movie popcorn with the butter, but I think they use like coconut oil or something in it there, so it kind of gives you that buttery taste. So yeah, guys, so that's pretty much all I have for today. If you are on your weight loss journey, let me know some of the things that you did to get started. If there was anything that I didn't list in here that you think that can help somebody else, I want you guys to start talking to each other and talking to me in the comment section, because I want to build this community. I want y'all to know that we're in this together. You're not alone. I think that's another reason why people fall off, because they probably feel like they are by themselves. But if we are giving each other information and doing so in a kind way and giving each other grace, I think that will help us stick together. So just know that you're not alone. I'm out here grinding and, trying to reach my goals as well. I'm getting up, I'm working out, I'm eating healthily, and I'm doing everything that I can in my willpower to reach my dream body. And just know that you can do the same. But yeah, let's create a positive community. Let's talk to one another. Let's share our ideas in the comment section, in this video and all the other videos. And if you are feeling this vibe, make sure you click like and subscribe. And just until next time, just know that you are so amazing, and continue to vibe high.